Hi, hello, it's Lisa, and today I'm bringing my third update on my Pendos eyeshadows. Last month, I don't know if you remember or even if you saw it, but I wasn't really happy with my color selection, but I ended up really liking it. At least I knew what I wanted to do with it. So this month, I'm just going to roll out one shade. Let's start. The first shade, it's the shade Siren from my Ring the Alarm palette, this one, and we can finally see a bit of a dent in it, and I'm super happy. It's the shade that I've been using for the longest time. Till last month I could only see the brush strokes, but yeah, I can finally see a bit of a dent and I'm really happy. And I used this one 6 times this month. It wasn't a lot, but yeah, I'm still happy with the shade and I'm going to keep this shade in the project, so I'm going to work with it for the next month. And I'm really excited to see how the progress is going to be because it's the first shade in this project that I actually get to see a dent. So yeah. The second shade, it's the shade from Bleach London, the shade BV5ME, and I only used this one time. It's this one. You can see that it has a dent on it, but it's just because if you really want to see it in your eyes, you need to pack it on and use quite a bit. So that's why it has a bit of a dent. It isn't because of a lot of usage, it's just that if you want to get this shade on your eyes, you need to pack it on. It's going to be in the project for 1 more month, so let's see if I use it more. The next shades are the new ones to the project. This one is from the Vivid Glowing Green palette from W7, and I had to use this pink shade, and I actually used this one 7 times. And I was a bit like, I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. But because it is so light, I can actually use it as a crease shade, of course, and as an inner corner shade. Before putting a shimmery shade on my inner corner, I can actually use this one and it looks very good. So that's how I used it so much. And I'm pretty happy. I can see the brush strokes on it. It doesn't have a dent, but I can see usage. So that's pretty good. Let's go for the shade that I'm going to roll out. And I'm going to roll out because it's the shade that I've used the most. I've been doing that throughout the project. I've been rolling out the shades that I've been using the most, and I don't know how this was the shade that I've used the most this month. It's crazy. The shade that I use the most is from the Dark Magic palette from Morphe, and it's the black one. How did I use this one the most this month? Like, it's crazy to me. I used this one 8 times, like 8. How? And the amazing thing is that I didn't even use it as an eyeliner. I've only used it to deepen out other shades. So I think that's pretty amazing. And because it is a black and because this one is such a pigmented black, if you just touch it slightly with the brush, it's enough. You don't need more because it is that pigmented. So you can't really see a lot of usage on it. You can see where I've dipped the brush. I was actually happy with all of the shades that I had this month, and I wasn't going to roll out any shade, but I decided, okay, let me just roll out the shade that I've used the most, that is this one, because even if I stay with this 1 more month, I don't know if I'm going to see that much of a difference because I just have to use it lightly and that doesn't show a lot of progress. So I'm going to roll it out. It was fun using this black shade. I can finally say that I'm more used to this black because before this I think I've only used it once. Now I feel more confident to use this black shade, which is amazing. I feel like this project is helping me in that finding out new ways and more ways to use my eyeshadows, and I'm really liking it. But yeah, I still can't believe that I used this one 8 times, like the most out of all the other shades. I'm going to roll this one out so I can roll a new shade in. And for the last shade that I had to use, I actually didn't use that much. I only used it 3 times. I feel like, yeah, it's such a big palette. It's not super big, but it's bigger than these little ones. I don't feel like using it sometimes. Yeah, that's the reason. Because I've only used this one 3 times, you can see the usage on it. You can see that I've used this one, but it's almost like nothing, so it's still going to be in the project, so I hope I use this one more. The new shade I roll in could be in this palette, so I would have 2 shades here and I would use it more, but I don't know. In 221 shades, I don't know if I'm going to get this palette again. So yeah, right now I just need to roll out the new shade, the new eyeshadow I have to use. It's the most exciting part. I always look forward to this part. I love watching these videos, of course, and the 2 amazing things are rolling out new shades and the whole randomizing thing, and hitting pan, like seeing all the photos till you hit pan. That is amazing, but of course I'm not close to hitting pan, so for me, I'm just living in the excitement of rolling out new shades. So yeah, so I have here my phone from 1 to 221. Okay, let's see. Okay, 114. Let's see which shade is this one. I'm so excited. Okay, I have here the palette. It's from Revolution. It's the Soft Extra Spice palette. This one that, yeah, I can't really show it to you, but I haven't looked at a shade. I know it's in this palette, I know it's the shade Dreams, but I haven't looked at it yet to know exactly which one it is. Let's see. Oh, okay. It's this one. It's this. Oh, only now I remembered. I forgot to swatch all the shades. I always do this. Why? Okay, but it's this shade. It's this gold shimmery shade. So it's a good shade. It's a shimmery, so it's easier for me to use, and it will probably go well with the mocha shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette. Yeah, I'm excited to use this one more, especially bringing out this palette because I haven't been using this one that much. Okay, I'm definitely the worst person when it comes to swatches, so don't mind me. But these are the shades that I have to use this month. The Siren shade from the Ring the Alarm palette, the shade VV5ME from Bleach London, the 8th shade from the Vivid Glowing Green palette, the shade Mocha from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and now the shade Dreams from the Soft Extra Spice palette that you can't, yeah, you can barely see it. It's right here, it's a shimmery shade. I'm the worst when it comes to swatches, so it's a pretty neutral shade range. I couldn't get that red. Yeah, it wouldn't be me. I had to get a neutral shade. But I'm happy with this color selection. I feel like I'll probably use this one quite a bit along with Mocha. They seem to go well pretty good. I just have to use the Jaclyn Hill palette more. This was the video. This was my 3rd update on my Pandas eyeshadows. What do you think about my color selection? Would you mind having this color selection? Do you like it? It's pretty neutral, so yeah. If you're doing this project as well, please share with me your video or your photos. If you're doing this on YouTube or on Instagram, it depends. Share it with me because I love to see this project. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. If you want, you can subscribe, give it a like, comment, do as you wish. But yeah, I really hope you liked it, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Yeah, this is what happens when you use darker lipsticks. Okay.